My Hebrew brothers and sisters, the 12 tribes of Israel scattered all over the globe. Welcome back. This is your Moreh Yeshua Ben Uriah Israel. And we just want to thank you for your subscriptions and for your likes and for your comments. And we just want to continue to ask Yahuwah to bless each of you. And the last session, we were talking about verses, Proverbs chapter 3, verses 3 and 4. And at the end of the verse, I think I need a few more moments, a few more minutes or so to really finish when we're dealing with session part 3. At the end of the verse it says, "So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of Yahuwah Elohim." Amen. I did not really continue to stress because we didn't have enough time to stress on have good understanding. You see, he said here we are to let not mercy nor truth forsake thee, but he said to bind them about our neck, right? It's like saying tying them so you don't forget. You can see them. What he's saying, my brothers and my sisters, is to bear in mind that the truth of Yahuwah stand sure. And we do not want to make one little, excuse this kind of terminology there because you can't use an adjective to clarify. Adjective say, don't let one little tiny tip slip away from you. To bind them around your neck, okay? It's like tying them around your neck. You have them all the time, you can see them. Well, we don't have to really do that because he put it in our hearts. And as long as we're walking in him, we are in tune with him. We're in tune with his word. We know that his word said. Okay? So, I resist this. Okay? And people ask me, why do you wear that? What is that? And I'll tell them, that in the book of Numbers, it tells us that we have to wear them so we don't forget the commandment of Yahuwah. But when people, I wear them deliberately so that people can ask me, so I can get a chance to witness. This is a way, some people are unapproachable. But if they approach you, you can tell them the story, right, of our ancestors and how Yahuwah released them, how he took them out of bondage in the land of Egypt. Okay? And we can tell the story. That's the way we relive the story, okay? But notice what he said here. If we don't allow ourselves to forget or to forsake the word of Yahuwah, right? Mercy and truth. He said, don't let it forget you, or you don't forget it. Don't relinquish it. Don't let it get away from you. Okay? Hold on to it. And he said, when you do that, he said we have to write them on the table of our hearts. Okay? They're in us. They're in our heart. Yahuwah placed them within us. We have to keep them there. And then when we do that, it says, so shall we find success. We're going to find favor. Favor in the sight of man. We're going to find favor and understanding. Good understanding. There are two different kind of understanding, and we're going to notice that a little more, right? Good understanding. The good understanding is when we trust in Yahweh, when we allow Him to work and live in our hearts, and we abide by His word, and we take His instruction. The wrong understanding, the bad understanding, is when we trust in ourselves. All right, so listen what they said here. In verse 5, they said, trust in Yahweh with all your heart, and lean not unto your own understanding. Trust in Yahweh with all your heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. Okay. I want us to notice here that this trust that he's talking about here is the Hebrew batak. It's a Hebrew word made up of 3 letters of the Hebrew alphabet, consonants, right? Bet, tet, and chet. Meaning to hew for refuge, like you reaching out to Yahweh for refuge. We are trusting in Him. We are confident in Yahweh. We are sure. We have hold on Him. We are secure in Him. We hope in Him. It was said, trust in Yahweh. Trust in Yahweh with all your heart, with all your might, all your strength, with all that is within me. I'm going to praise Him. And He said, lean not on your own understanding. The word lean here is a sha'an. Sha'an is a shin, ayin, and nun. This is the 3 letters of the Hebrew alphabet that made up this word. Meaning to support oneself, right? Mean to lie, to rely, to rest on self, or to stay. Okay, now, I want us to notice here. He said, this lean here is not on your own understanding. The Hebrew word is bina. Okay, this is a different word. Okay, bina is a different word here. This understanding is different from the one that. Okay, this is verse 5. Trust not on you in your one, lean not on your own understanding. It's different from this understanding that is in verse 4, where it said, you shall find good understanding. Okay? Good understanding. Because I want to notice here the difference between these two. This bina is a different understanding from the word sekel. Sekel, as you say, like you say, sekel. Okay? Because the sekel here is the word, the Hebrew word that is talking about in verse 4. When you say you'll have good understanding, this understanding here is a different understanding from bina. Okay? Because bina is talking about the meaning, understanding here, that knowledge, wisdom, which is different from the good understanding. This understanding here, when they say lean not on your own understanding, is the understanding where you think you know, and that's the time you're going to fail. This understanding where the person feel like he have self is I'm wise. This is what I talk about in verse 7, chapter 3, Proverbs 3:7. It talks about lean not unto your own. Don't be wise in your own conceit. Self-wisdom is nothing to compare with the wisdom of Yahweh. Okay? Some people say, oh, I'm wise. I can't do it on my own. I can't do it on my own. There's an old, I'm going to tell you a story here that I heard. And it's the same. There's someone asked me one time, do you know why wasp cannot make honey? And I said, I never even thought about that. So I said, why? And they said, well, wasp went to the bee, saw the bee making the honeycomb and filling them with the babies and going out and pollinate and come back and get, going back and forth. And the wasp said, okay, teach me how to make it. And as soon as the bee got to the point where he should be able to create the nest and start showing him how to fill them with the babies, the wasp said to the bee, okay, I got it. Man, this is good. This is easy. I got it. So he didn't get a chance to finish the instruction on how to make honey. He went out because he think he got it. So all he can do now is to fill the comb, they call it the comb, to fill them with babies, but he never able to make honey. And it just kind of sound a little bit okay. But okay, this is what happened when you're dealing with your own understanding. You think you know, but you don't know. And that's the point. When we think we're wise, self-wisdom, self-gratification, we can't do it. Because Yahweh has set the standard. His wisdom is what we are to follow. So we can have knowledge about something, but we need wisdom on how to attain unto the good knowledge of Yahweh and be able to spread it. Understanding. Okay? How we have to understand how to spread the knowledge. And we get that from Yahweh. This is what he said. Lean not unto thine own understanding. Lean not unto thine own understanding. This understanding that Yahweh is talking about here means intelligent, success, prudence, wisdom, being wise. And that is the wisdom of Yahweh. He said, in all thy ways. That's what he said in verse 6. Acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Your way, the way that you're choosing, you acknowledge Yahweh, and he will direct you. He'll give you direction on how to succeed. My time is run out. Please be a blessing to someone today and walk with the King. Shalom.